Hello and welcome to another edition of Free Information. I am not Jack Vera, however, I am your host. Chapter 6, trying to use the lunch hour for anything other than eating. People try to do that. You see the work people, where you go, I'm headed to the gym, headed to the gym. Have you tried that? Have you tried to go and exercise during the work lunch hour? I don't get it. It's stressful. The act of going there and coming back alone is work enough. And then it's like, oh no, I didn't pack my stuff, and I gotta shower in a strange place that's not my home, and then I gotta do my hair and a towel. Oh no, I don't have a towel. Have you had that? I've had that plenty of times. I don't have a towel. I'm in the shower. I don't have a towel. Why did I check to see if I have a towel? It's always good to make sure that you have a towel, because you can't come out. You can't come out of how you entered it. And people are like, well, how did you go in? It was like, I didn't worry about having a towel. It was only after I was like, oh, I should have had a towel. Now you could put on, I've had to do this before, I had to put on my clean clothes that I had hanging there on me, soaking wet, and that gets, everybody looks at you when you exit and they think something happened to that guy. Something, either he wet himself and it was his complete self, or he hasn't showered yet. He's got on clothes that isn't meant for the gym, and he worked out in his non-gym clothes and everything. He worked out such a thing, his head looks like it's been dunked in a bucket. His hair is all pointed down and everything. Man, why is he wearing dress shoes? That has happened to me before, too many times. I remember I went hiking recently. Things brought me to Asia, Southeast Asia, and before we went up a mountain, I thought, wow, there must be a place to swim up there, because everyone was coming down wet. No, it's just hot. It's just very, very hot and sweaty. But it was great. Trying to use a lunch hour, I get, because you have this hour, and it's like, I don't take that long to eat. Neither do I take that long to cook. And guess what? I'm not cooking my food during the lunch. Maybe I'll put it in the microwave. Maybe. But I don't need that much time to consume food, If I was doing a strenuous job like swimming with dolphins, then I'd be like, I need this, because them dolphins are fast. But I don't do that. If I had a dolphin job, I would probably just be telling my jokes to the dolphins, So there's a big reveal for you all. I don't work with the dolphins. But what I've been using my lunch hour for is calling Delta Airlines. Yeah, that's right. I said, now, at the time of me writing this, I was like, Delta! But since then, they've given me all of my money back. But, I mean, it was so difficult trying to get my money back for things that happened with them. They were like, look, we don't want to help you. I was like, but I want you to help me. I was like, we don't want to help you, but I want you to help. We don't want to help you, but I gave you money. We were trying to avoid a storm, a typhoon, which I didn't know. Typhoons and hurricanes are the same. It just depends on where you are in the world. And I was deathly afraid, because I had never survived a typhoon. Had I known, I've survived many hurricanes. So we're like, we need to fly out of here. And at first they were like, okay, fine, here's $1,000. So that, and then they were like, actually, no, we take back the $1,000, but you'll be flying out at this time. I was like, okay, fine, life. Is that actually, we're going to put you in a Zorb that is going to be towed by the airplane, and you'll just live in that until we land. You will bounce. They didn't say that, but that's how it felt like. Like, I honestly wish there was a consolation prize when it did come to complaints, because like you would see it in the cartoons where the pirates were like, you know what, you don't get to be on this ship anymore, yarg. We're going to put you on a little buoy and we're going to tow it. Arr. They should do that. I mean, they got first class where you're lying down. They got business class where you can practically do the same thing. I think I don't know. Then they got coach, and then there should be the toe. You're hanging on with a rope. You have an oxygen mask, and you could be in a Zorb or something, and it's like, hey, just hold on tight, tie it around your waist and ankles, because planes are fast and cold, so they should probably give you a blanket. But you notice airlines do this. Airlines do this, and I think it's very mean. You enter into the plane, and they're like, we're going to make you pass through the expensive area so that you can see everything that you can't afford. And that's just kind of messed up, And then you ask, because I asked him, I was like, look, I want to get out of this typhoon. How much will it cost to go to the place that I can't afford? Because my credit card has limits, and maybe if life is worth the limit. And apparently that was full too. But it's not just like, hey, it's just a little bit extra, the business class. It's like, it's not like, looking at the dessert menu where it's like, I just paid this much for my meal, and maybe I'll just pay about the same price for some dessert. No, it is like 4 more flight tickets to go up to the other class. I don't even know who are these people that are doing that. Could they consider like opening up a charity for us first class people? For not us first class, our last class people? Could there be some sort of like lottery things? Like, congratulations, you won. Because you know what? Okay, I've never flown the business or the first class. But what I have flown and is great is, what do we call it? The normal class? Regular class? Anyways, the one where there's the seats were empty next to me and I gotta lie down and sleep. That was good. And so anyways, if you want to do a lottery thing to bring up the person sitting next to me into the business class, that way I can lay down and sleep, that would be great. But anyways, the lunch hour, use it or lose it. And thank you so much for hearing me talk about things. Once again, oh no, I'm coughing. This has been Not Jack Vera. Another edition, oh no, of Free Information.